Story Chapter 1: A City in Limbo. In the year 2026, London was a chimera of its past grandeur and present uncertainty. The once thrumming heartbeat of the British Empire now echoed hollowly through its ancient streets. The looming specter of Brexit and the scars left by a relentless pandemic painted the city in muted colors, as if its old vibrancy had been drained, leaving the capital in an endless cycle of winters, waiting for the gleam of spring. It is here that I, Noah Cartwright, find myself amidst a metropolis caught in stasis, its citizens out of work or in digital-esque toil, trying to dig their way back from an abyss. My personal escape is the bustling corridors of what was once a crumbling secondary school, now transformed by Professor Irwin Jones into the Institute for Advanced Synthesis, a breeding ground for thinkers, dreamers, and creators like me. While others see chaos, Professor Jones sees opportunity. A brave new world, sculpted from the dust of the old. Sir Keir Starmer, a man whose resolve mirrors the late great leaders of Britain's past, but whose uncertainty reflects its troubled present, looked toward us, the younger generation, as catalysts for change. With the country's economy in shambles, the Prime Minister sought salvation in the very battery packs and neural networks chiseling that future from binary stone, artificial intelligence. But not everyone was on board with this grand technological leap. Standing defiantly against the sweeping tide of AI was Julie Wright, a fiery advocate for those the world often left out of its digital dreams. Her voice was thunderous, a gale in the storm of AI-driven euphoria. She saw the future and considered it fraught with peril, job losses, privacy invasions, and erosion of our humanity. On the opposite end, Elon Crust, the magnate whose influence lurked like a shadow behind every AI innovation, saw the arc of progress bending profitward. For him, ethics were mere speed bumps on the road to monetary glory. Convincing investors required focus on the limits of potential rather than possibilities of harmony. And me, I balance on the precarious beam between these extremes, each step forward infused with both curiosity and caution. At 15, I have seen enough to understand the world teeters on critical edges, but not enough to claim mastery over their depths. I create as a compulsion, ideas flowing faster than I can capture them, often pondering if what I build might serve as bridges. Amidst the chaos, London's streets still carried whispers of stories, messages hidden in the new silence. The sounds I absorbed were not ones of engines or chatter, but the echoes of impending tomorrow, a rhythm etched in keystrokes and code. This city, now my stage, would set the scene for what was to come, a burgeoning battle not waged on battlefields but within minds and screens. As I design systems that breathe a synthetic approximation of life, I harbor the hope that those who listen will hear not just a clamor for advancement, but also the resonant promise of a new harmony, a melody born on the winds of change. Chapter 2: Emergence at the Institute. Story Professor Jones used to say that the English have always had a knack for reinvention. As I walk through the vaulted halls of the Institute for Advanced Synthesis, I recognize those words come to life in every nook and cranny. The facility wears its industrial past like a badge of honor, ancient bricks holding together a network of modernity, a fusion of time-tested tradition and cutting-edge promise. Here, across bustling labs and study rooms, innovation simmers and bubbles like the reanimated curiosity of an entire country. I find solace within these walls, a place where my eccentricities aren't just tolerated, but celebrated. Professor Jones believes fervently in the potential of AI, not only as an instrument of progress, but as a beacon of hope for the future of humanity. My days here blend seamlessly into nights, cradled in electronic hums of invention. Robotics labs sparkle with the ghosts of inventions past and prospects of dreams unmet. I'm often flanked by fellow students, each with ambitions as lofty as mine. We are dreamers held aloft by technology's ascent, the world outside in flux, yet cocooned within the halls of brilliance and ingenuity. My work gravitates toward the design of cognitive synthetic entities, AI machines that mimic the human capacity for learning and imagination. These are not mere robots designed for menial tasks. They are entities crafted to engage in dialogue, to enrich human life by cohabiting within it. For me, they are potential allies in bridging the philosophical gap between man and machine. One such collection I affectionately christened Elysium. Each unit is a small, spider-like droid capable of threading conversations as it scuttles. Elysium isn't perfect yet. They're prone to glitches, reverting subjects to gibberish or breaking into monologues of Shakespearean English at the most inopportune moments. One day, as I was tinkering with their conversational protocols, I felt the familiar warmth of Professor Jones hovering beside me. "Noah," he began in his characteristic blend of gentleness and authority, "these creations have something truly splendid in them. They mimic not just cognition but also the empathy we so often fear losing to machines. But remember, their true potential lies in their ability to make us better. Simply building smarter machines isn't enough. They must serve to enhance our humanity, not diminish it." His words ring in my ears as a mix of encouragement and caution. With each iteration, my bond with Elysium deepens, a symbiotic relationship that guides my hands and molds my intentions. As the AI develops, I discover not just possibilities in its functions, but reflections of the hopes and fears we all carry concerning our technological future. It isn't long before word of Elysium's progress reaches beyond the walls of the Institute. Enthusiasts lauded the project as unprecedented, an innovation poised to redefine AI interaction. Skeptics, however, saw it as a slippery slope, a path leading to digital dominance over our very essence. Chapter 3: The Rising Tempest Story. While I remain immersed in the controlled chaos of creation, the world outside thrashes with discord. Julie Wright, increasingly the voice of resistance against AI's unchecked march, rallies followers discontented with the impersonal encroachments on their lives. She criticizes the government's blind fixation on technological growth as a means of escaping economic turmoil, a strategy that overlooks the wrinkles it brings to social equity and employment. Her broadcasts are impassioned and articulate, stirring a blend of fear and contemplation among the masses. She paints AI as a double-edged sword, ushering in an era of convenience, but potentially at the cost of human significance. Elon Crust, reveling in contrasts, counters her warnings with grand visions of AI-powered prosperity, his promises adorned in opulence as he touts digital integration as the new currency of wealth. In Crust's world, ethical considerations are assigned to the back seat, driven instead by algorithms designed to maximize profit and efficiency. Caught in the maelstrom, I find my beliefs tested by the extremes of the debate. Could Elysium become the bridge I envision? Or would it become another divisive player in a narrative dominated by complex moral dilemmas and conflicting ideals? Chapter 4: Crossing Paths. In an unexpected twist, I meet Julie Wright during one of her public discussions in Camden. Curiosity draws me to her, hoping to understand her perspective firsthand. The crowd is electric, a mix of anticipation and apprehension. Julie stands center stage, longing for connection yet exuding an aura of protective skepticism. Her voice is clear, laced with sincerity as she speaks about a future that trembles on the edge of potential and peril. Her conviction is compelling, and despite my dedication to AI, I find myself admiring her courage to question and resist. Afterward, I summon the nerve to approach her. "Ms. Wright, my name is Noah Cartwright," I start nervously. "I'm the creator of Elysium, a project aligned with AI-human interaction, but with a focus on collaboration rather than replacement." She regards me with intrigue. "Ah, young Cartwright from the Institute. I've heard tales of your work. Tell me, Noah, do you believe your machines will continue to serve humanity's interest?" "I hope they will," I reply earnestly. "My intention is for them to complement us, to bring us closer, not push apart. We must face the future together, not as rivals." Our conversation flows well into the evening. Julie's insights challenge me, forcing introspection. But we also discover shared values, the desire for a world where technology acts as a tool, not a tyrant, and humanity holds the reins. Chapter 5: The Convergence of Minds. As the debate intensifies across London, my interactions with both sides broaden my perspective. Despite differing philosophies, Julie, Professor Jones, and even Elon Crust share a passion for shaping the evolving world, though the paths they choose diverge greatly. Story. On a blustery autumn afternoon, an unexpected alliance takes shape. Professor Jones proposes a summit bringing together leaders of industry, science, government, and advocacy, aiming to forge common ground amidst the storm of controversy. The summit is hosted at the very heart of the Institute, an opulent ballroom transformed into a debating chamber. High above, an intricate dome filters the rare sunlight, casting ethereal patterns over proceedings below. I feel both small and pivotal, a spectrograph poised to blend ideas into a semblance of understanding. When the day arrives, tensions fill the room, a silence charged with expectations, skepticism, and the rare chance for reconciliation. Sir Keir Starmer opens the discussions with a reminder of the stakes, the destiny of an entire nation linked with the ability to guide AI as both tool and teacher. As the Prime Minister speaks, I look around at the gathering of minds, each driven by a vision of a future that holds both promise and peril. Julie Wright voices her concerns passionately, articulating the dangers of ignoring the social implications of rapid technological advancement. She calls for stricter ethical guidelines, ensuring AI development proceeds with a conscience. Her words resonate, drawing nods from many in attendance. Elon Crust takes the floor next, his rhetoric dripping with confidence. The future waits for no one, he proclaims. AI is not to be feared, but embraced. We must harness its potential for economic growth and consider it a partner in paving the path to prosperity. When it is my turn to speak, I do so with a sense of urgency and sincerity. I describe the vision I have for Elysium, machines born not just from silicon, but from empathy and understanding, working alongside us to enhance our lives. We need to balance ambition with conscience, I assert. Elysium is a testament to what AI can be, a bridge rather than a barrier. As debates ebb and flow, the summit becomes a confluence of contrasting ideologies, tapestry woven from threads of ambition, caution, skepticism, and hope. While no definitive resolutions emerge, the conversations plant seeds of collaboration, signaling that the journey ahead, though arduous, is not an isolated endeavor. Chapter 6: Echoes of Change. In the weeks following the summit, London begins to vibrate with renewed determination. An invigorated sense of purpose suffuses the city, a tapestry of opinions and hopes merging to weave a fragile yet captivating pattern. The Institute becomes a hive of activity, further strengthening its role as the epicenter of AI innovation. My experiments with Elysium evolve, each minor breakthrough inching us closer to realizing a future where technology serves humanity's unmistakable needs. Julie's advocacy gains momentum, pushing for policies ensuring AI develops in accordance with ethical norms. Her voice, once alone in the wilderness, now finds companionship in allies and initiatives committed to responsible innovation. Even Elon Crust, motivated by pragmatism or perhaps newfound understanding, begins to incorporate ethical considerations into his business models, an acknowledgement of the growing importance of addressing societal concerns. Story. As for me, I continue to work tirelessly alongside Professor Jones and my peers at the Institute. Elysium has transformed, transcending its original design and evolving into a beacon of potential, a testament to the idea that technology, when guided by empathy and foresight, can usher in a harmonious era. Chapter 7: A New Dawn. Seated by the Thames on a crisp morning, I watch as the sunrise casts shimmering hues over the city. London, in all its storied resilience, now stands on the brink of its destiny, a vibrant tapestry of old and new, uncertain yet undeniably alive. With the echoes of tomorrow whispering through its streets, the city seems to rise from the shadows of past tribulations, reclaiming its enduring spirit. Passion, patience, and resolve bind the citizens to a shared vision, a determination to build bridges across divides, uniting man and machine for the benefit of all. As I reflect on the journey thus far, the stories and interactions, the conflicts and reconciliations, I find myself infused with a newfound hope. The path to the future isn't without challenges, but amid the cacophony of change lies the potential for growth, proof that humanity and technology can indeed thrive together. In the pages of history, this chapter will be about more than just machines. It will chronicle the courage to embrace change, the resolve to question, and the empathy to connect. As the echoes of tomorrow continue to resonate, one thing remains clear. This is just the beginning of a breathtaking journey. And so, with the world still spinning and the sun breaking the dawn, we move forward, toward a future that holds the power of what we create and the echoes of what we hope to become.